Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank the Chairman and Ranking Member for holding what I believe is an extremely important hearing, and I want to thank our witnesses for the research, the tremendous amount of legwork that you put in preparation today, and for being here to testify. I've got two basic questions for all of the panelists, if I may. First, higher education is an essential part of our STEM efforts, but I worry that in my review of the report, we miss a critical area of the middle skill job training, jobs that require a high school diploma and maybe some additional coursework and certification, but not necessarily an undergraduate degree. I represent a district in Massachusetts that has several former industrial cities that have suffered from the economic downturn in traditional manufacturing, cities like Attleboro and Fall River. I see STEM education as a critical component in ensuring that our citizens are ready to seize jobs in industries like advanced manufacturing, clean energy, and IT. But I couldn't find one mention of vocational schools in your report, and only limited mention of community colleges and associate's degree programs at all. I was hoping that you might be able to shed some light as to, one, how the administration believes these programs fit into the broader STEM goals, and two, how the strategic plan factors them in, if at all. And then related to that, I applaud the work that you've done to focusing on minority communities and certainly female participation in STEM fields, and I know that you put a great deal of focus on that. I'd like to hear a little bit more about that and how we plan to achieve that. Beyond that, I was wondering if and how the plan will assist the economically disadvantaged. So there are far too many economically distressed communities around the country, certainly in Massachusetts and in some of the districts, some of the communities that I just mentioned. I believe that STEM fields are a crucial and critical way to increase economic development and provide opportunity to all students. How can we ensure that the expansion of STEM efforts includes those communities as well? So just briefly, I guess, the economic disadvantaged portion of it and vocational schools and community colleges.
I'll take an initial crack and then see what my colleagues have to add. With respect to middle skill job training, this is actually something the administration has been looking at and working with the private sector and the community college sector to engage on a regional basis the companies that operate in a given area and the community colleges, so that the curricula at the community colleges will reflect the kinds of training that people need to get jobs in their region. And this is something that has been proceeding under the broad rubric of the Educate to Innovate initiative, where we've had a huge amount of private and philanthropic collaboration with the Federal Government. It has certainly been a theme for the President, which he's commented on and visited, made a number of visits emphasizing this particular theme and its importance. So we're certainly in agreement with you on the importance of that issue and the value of getting corporations to work in concert with our community colleges to get kids better educated for the kinds of jobs that are going to be there. The other thing I would say is that the efforts we are making on K through 12 education are going to prepare people better for the post-high school education, whether it's in a community college or a research university or a liberal arts college, or will prepare people better to engage in and succeed in STEM fields in ways that will help those that do not go on for a 4-year degree nonetheless get high skills jobs.
Doctor?
Thank you for your questions. Just briefly on the focus on higher ed, of course, the main focus on undergraduate education in the STEM co-STEM report does include all institutions of undergraduate education, and the major focus on retaining students at the undergraduate level, whether they are in 2-year technical colleges or 4-year schools, is crucial, and that hinges on excellent instruction, evidence-based processes for keeping students interested and engaged. So I think the plan, again, has the space for us to focus heavily on the preparation of the technical workforce. And there are a number of programs at certainly at the National Science Foundation. I would cite the Advanced Technological Education Program, which is all about preparing technicians who are ready to work in emerging areas of science and manufacturing and so forth. As for focus on economically disadvantaged students, again, I think that the K through 12 focus in the strategic plan, as well as the focus on underrepresented minorities, will both serve to help us ensure that high-needs schools schools are well served. And again, it'll occur through partnerships among multiple agencies, in part making sure that students in high-needs areas get good access to the STEM assets of the federal agencies. Ideally, this plan will make more of that possible.
And I'd like to follow up. We can follow up in writing, but just how you plan to do that would be great. And Mr. Melvin, I'll ask you, I'm out of time, but I'm sorry, you might have some busy writing to do. Apologies.
Just in the community college area, we have a program at NASA called the Curriculum Improvement Partnership Award Program, and that focuses on helping strengthen community colleges using NASA content in the curriculum. It also supports skills and faculty members to do research and ensuring that underrepresented, underserved, teachers and students in community colleges have that access. And so that's something that we plan to continue moving forward with our MUREP program in the future.
Thank you, sir.